Hello everyone and welcome back to S-Rank, the only home of video games and a summer of PS3, week 2 in July. It's a Friday, so we're back again with another PlayStation 3 game, an early game in the console's life for this kind of season. We're playing Ninja Gaiden Sigma. Let's begin here. This is a PlayStation 3 kind of remaster for this period, slash updated port of Ninja Gaiden Black, an updated version of Ninja Gaiden, the original Xbox reboot of the Ninja Gaiden series by Tecmo. I believe that is correct. This is my first time booting that up on this PlayStation 3. I don't remember if this game has an install. We're going to be installing, if need be. That's funny. You have to watch the Star Wars scroll of warning. Anyway, I have played Ninja Gaiden Black a little bit many years ago, and I don't remember much about it. I just remember it was really good, and people talk about that game as if I had missed out by not finishing it. I also hear people talk about Ninja Gaiden Sigma. Again, this is Ninja Gaiden Black, but changed on PlayStation 3. And Ninja Gaiden Sigma 2, which I have played a bit more of, as not good. At least in comparison to the original versions, Ninja Gaiden 2 being an Xbox 360 game, Sigma 2 being the PlayStation 3 version. It's not technically original. If there was some sort of deal with Microsoft, it's a different one. Same thing here. Still, it doesn't mean that the underlying video game is flawed or bad or anything like that. I just know people are like, oh, well, you should play Ninja Gaiden Black, don't play Sigma. You should play Ninja Gaiden 2 on 360, don't play Sigma 2. And some people even say that about Ninja Gaiden 2 Black, which is like the year or two ago, I guess, remake, if you want to call it that. One thing I know about these Sigma re-releases is that they changed up enemy encounters a lot. I guess in ways that make them maybe not as hard, or maybe harder, but not as good. I don't know. But we're gonna play a bit of this today. I'm excited. They both have the actual Sigma symbol, but then write out Sigma. If we look at the box art here, you can actually kind of see that more. It says Sigma, and it's got the Sigma thing on there. But then the spine just has the actual symbol. So which is it? How should I write this? I mean, I already made a decision, but still. Alright, let's do an install. Oh, do I? Book of Genesis? Is this like the Book of Genesis? In the beginning, a great inconsistency flowed out into the nothing. Nothing that was afraid of its own nothingness. Pure terror without color, without sound, without smell. It formed the root of all deification, sorry. And eventually it coalesced into the shape of the first deity, Gerdu. Gerdu gave birth to all elements and provided them with order and function. In a remote area of space from where Gerdu provided order, there existed the territory of a chaos formed from elements without shape. This chaos, which has been forgotten during the blessings of Gerdu, existed at first as only an instinctual fear, but eventually the chaos began to take shape, and a consciousness was formed within it. At first, this was just a small envious presence, but eventually it grew and became clear. This marked the appearance of the hatred. Hatred is a proper noun. The chaotic nature of the hatred further evolved it, bringing it to the level of a deity. Thus, the ancestor of all evil deities, proper nouns, Vigor came into being, and the first conflict was set into motion. I don't remember reading that. So there's a bad guy. There's a different way of saying that there's like a good god and a bad god. Oh no, there's more. Affecting us. The Book of Evil Deities. Okay, is this a New Testament thing? The ancestor of all evil deities, Vigor, began to devour the territory of Gerdu, beginning at its center. During endless solar and lunar eclipses, the earth shook and split. The seas dried up only to flood into existence again. An intense wind swept over everything, and fires burned down all of existence, ignoring even the concept of time itself. Eventually, Gerdu lost his strength, and the world once again plunged into the chaos from which it had come. Then, a great change occurred. Okay, the smallest sentence so far here. During the throes of the unending destruction, the body of Gerdu himself split into fourths. Each part became a deity itself, controlling sentiment, wisdom, immortality, and creation. Eventually, they would come together to restore shape to the world again, but in their panic-stricken state after their birth, they still had little power. About a third of the way there. So far for install screens, we've played Galaga and then read a strange version of the Bible. Added Metal Gear Solid 4, and these are the only interesting install screens I'm aware of. I'm sure there's plenty more. The Book of the Dragons. Somehow less corny than the Book of Evil Deities, but whatever. In this age of panic, the Serpent, deity of creation, was the only one of the deities who managed to keep some semblance of sanity. The Serpent gave birth to a tiny presence, something that no other being should even notice. The seeds of life. These seeds managed to take hold and grow in the storm of chaos. Ever so slightly began to evolve, eventually becoming 13 dragons, whose destinies were to be found in battle. The dragons waged an endless battle against Vigor, who never ceased in his attempts to bring the world into a chaos of hatred. Eventually, the dragons were able to banish Vigor to the very ends of the world. However, it was at this time that the youngest and lowest in position of the dragons, the Dark Dragon, summoned the hatred with its feelings of inferiority. Due to this betrayal, Vigor was able to keep from being completely destroyed. Uh-oh. Book of the Fiends. Fiends is a proper noun. Let's see what these fiends be up to. Who they fiending about? The Dark Dragon, now full of evil intent, joined with Vigor and his spawn of evil deities to further capture the territory of Gerdu. This conflict continued throughout the eons of history, and during its struggle, the first spark of human life appeared in the form of the ancient tribes. Of course, old conflicts never cease, and even in the age of the ancient tribes, the dragon lineage and evil deities continued their battle for tens of thousands of generations. A struggle that finally ended when the members of the dragon lineage were able to seal away the evil deities and their spawn. However, in that age of chaos, all of the bloodlines of the ancient tribes were mixed, and the form and nature of the ancients has been carried on by us. The fiends? Wait, us? Also, were you trying to imply that they were doing incest for so long that's how they were able to not be mixed? I don't understand. Well, now I gotta know more about, well, who does he mean by us? Is there some sort of collection of authors that wrote this that he's referring to, or is he referring to you and me sitting here? The Book of the Future. Future is a proper noun. Okay. The land that the evil deity Vigor once held as his final territory has become this, the land of Vigor. The treachery of the Dark Dragon also occurred here, and this was where the ancient tribes lived. That is why their descendants, us, the Fiends, have taken over control of these lands. With this land as a barrier, the power of Vigor is limited only to this earth. Vigor is the demon of destruction, and the deity who creates history. When the decadence of this world has piled up, he will return in a blaze of all-destroying flame and recreate the world. Chaos, like the floods on the banks of a great river, will fulfill this world once again, and we will be the first recipients of this fulfillment. Evolution has always will, evolution has and always will begin from here, the land of Vigor. It has been several hundred years since the Supreme Fiend Gogon established what would eventually become the Vigor Empire here on these lands. If a new warrior of the dragon lineage shall appear, the Holy Emperor shall be infused with the power of the evil deities. After 7 days from the uniting of His Majesty with the Dark Dragon, once again, we fiends will be blessed with an exquisite harmony. Okay, so he ain't talking about us with 60%. Right. Oh, it's just starting over now. Okay, good. Oh no. It's been stuck on 15. I was gonna make a joke where I was gonna like just cut right, and then I was gonna cut to say now. I said 60%. It's now. There is a, I know digitally at least, collection of Ninja Gaiden Sigma, Ninja Gaiden Sigma 2, and Ninja Gaiden 3 Razor's Edge. There's a Ninja Gaiden 2 Sigma. I think it's Ninja Gaiden 2 Sigma. Oh, there is. Oh, they put it on Switch too. Switch as well. I want to hear about the Book of Dragons again. I can let you know. If you want me to read again, let me know. Did it happen yet? After July 4th, I was curious. The back of this case, or the tried and failed peeled price tag sticker on the back of this, but top of the back of the case, it says the real reason you bought a PS3 system. Which is quoted from PlayStation Magazine. Stunningly beautiful, self-shadowing. What is a technical term to throw on the back of the case here? Stunningly beautiful, self-shadowing, 60 frames per second graphics. That's the other thing I think I remember reading about Ninja Gaiden Sigma and Sigma 2. Is enemy behavior changed? Hey, there we go. We're done. Ranking, sir. I do not want to know how good some of these weirdos are. Someone that platinumed legitimately for the first time in history Ninja Gaiden 2 Sigma Plus for the PlayStation Vita, which is so buggy that people just assumed it impossible. In the mountains of autumn, there is one who walks the path of the ninja. I believe his name is Ryu Hayabusa. I'm not seeing any... Oh, self-shadowing, but he's not leaving a shadow on the ground. Oh, and the self-shadows disappear when he's out of cutscene. Oh, no, that was a shadow. Okay, so L1 is dodge. R1 is camera centering. But I can also control the stick. L2 brings up karma, whatever that is. Yep, strong attack with triangle. Just stars. I'm pretty sure block is parry, like it's all parries. This ninja had gaping holes in his defenses. He never would have been able to survive in this world anyway. Got a spiritual elixir of spiritual. Man, it's been forever since I played Black. This was also, and I'm curious to see if I agree, the era of video game reviews where everyone and their mother complained about the cameras in video games. I'm noticing this a little bit here, but...
A ninja must be able to find his way even when his path is blocked. When facing an obstacle, jump towards it and run vertically up.
This is supposed to be Ayane from Dead or Alive?
Move to the left or right and climb up or drop down.
Oh. Camera is completely inverted in all directions. Oh. Select his map. Oh, no, 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 no. Alright, we're gonna have to, at some point, save and, go back to the main menu because, I am going to need to change that. That's why the camera also feels bad.
Use the R3 button to enter first-person camera mode. A ninja must always be aware of his environment.
Looks like I can climb up there. Or not. Oh yeah, I can. You gotta run up the building. You gotta run up the wall there for a bit. Okay, you don't automatically fall off ledges. Okay. Alright, I made it up here. Oh. Yeah, okay. I can see complaints about the camera in this game. I can see it. Partially for me, it's because, am playing with terrible horizontal and vertical camera inversion. Did I just need to go through here? Alright. Rewards for exploring? Well, at least you can do that. I also love this little mouse that runs along the edge, just to give, I imagine, your eyes something to notice. Okay, I think I can climb up that. If only there was a rat somewhere else now to let me know. Can't double jump. Oh. Oh, okay. Nice.
Do not underestimate the agility that your training has given you. Feats such as running along walls should be simple for you to perform. If you cannot reach your destination with a single leap, make use of the surrounding walls.
Okay. Pretty easy to do. Great Spirit Elixir. Well, I didn't necessarily want to do that. Whoa, whoa.
One of your most useful techniques is the flying bird flip. Jump towards a wall and run up it, then jump off again. This allows you to travel to areas that may first seem unreachable. Repeat the flying bird flip to climb certain shafts and passages.
Such as this one. Yeah, I got hit a couple times. Oh, this isn't 30.
Deflect your opponent's attacks by holding down the block button. You will not.
I thought there was a block button. I thought it was like Metal Gear Rising. That was your attack is. The hell is the block button? Oh, it's the same as dodge. There's another Ninja Gaiden game too that I've been curious about for years, and I played a demo of for the Nintendo DS, Ninja Gaiden DS Dragon Sword. Yeah, it was a demo that you could like receive over the internet from your Wii. There's a few games like that. It was all touchscreen. All touchscreen stuff. Let's see. Can I perfectly parry this? I will find out by accident sometimes if that'll work. Map of the Ninja Fortress. I like real maps, or not real maps. I like video. Like, I don't know. That is severely less useful to me than like what I call the classic Square Enix map. Where it's like a mini map that shows you exactly where you can stand at any given point. There's a prompt that was popping up. Correct. Oh, was it saying like, hey man, you can go through that wall? Oh no. Oh, cut his head off. Cool. Uh-oh. Man, we gotta load this screen in? Suit of armor of the type that is often used for ceremonies. It is not something a ninja would wear. Part of faceplate. Appears to be holding something. Oh. I bet if we take the thing, his face regrows? Yeah, I really don't remember much about this game. The idea of there would be backtracking in levels, even to a minor extent, is something I wouldn't have considered. Okay. Okay. Fly high speeds towards your foe. Cut their head off. Jumping towards an enemy. Triangle. Yeah, it's triangle for both of those weapon types. I don't know what a kaitsu is. Dragon's Claw and Tiger's Fang. Square, triangle, square, 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 square. Oh. Oh, he just steps through it. Okay. Oh. Come over. Man. Continue. He's wearing an outfit kind of closely resembling his Dead or Alive 1 outfit. Damn, are we starting over? Okay. Oh, we had healing items. I never used any of it. Damn. Alright. Wanted to chop that tree down. You'd think he'd be able to shimmy along walls faster, considering he can run up walls. You know what I mean? At least I am assuming those are health items. Cool. The triangle on a downed opponent just stabs him in the back. Good to know. Ninja Fortress. Wouldn't let me charge fast enough. Bitch. I love that old pottery shattering sound effect. Very old. That's a good sound. Sick. Two heads at once. kicked that fool to death. Okay, let's use our healing. Oof. Yeah, very useful. I haven't been using the ninja stars a lot, despite them being seemingly unlimited. They don't seem to end. Oh. Okay. You guys gonna join me? Okay. Not what I expected. Yeah. Get my foot. Okay. Gotta return that to, masks. Oh, am I, at the front gate again?
Use right and left on the directional button to select an item, and press down to use it.
Dark
You may
Souls.
heal your wounds without taking your mind off of your task.
Okay. I think I prefer pausing. Ah. Cool. Be real sick if that, like, hey, you come back to life when you die. So I missed that one. Okay. Key of courage, no less. Oh. Cool. Don't know what the yellow things are for yet. You can press up on the D-pad to hide the healing items. Oh. Ow. Alright. The save spot? The sacred underground paths of the dragons record all that occurs in the worlds of men. We have not forgotten those who live on the surface of the earth. Okay, yes, save. Good. It's a good solid you know, light attack, heavy attack, dodging type of mechanic. Dodge happens to be block, much like Kingdom Hearts. And sometimes that leads to me dodging when I mean to block, but that's just something. That's something that, you know, I would just learn. You know what I mean? Practice over time to press the buttons with more intent, because I'm not necessarily button mashing. I am intending to do the moves I'm doing, but I'm reacting in the same kind of manner one might with a button mashing attack technique. So this is a game that obviously you really kind of have to master and learn, and we are not done. I want to go back to the main menu. Controller setting, first person camera control, reverse Y-axis, reverse all, yes, please. Oh wait. I don't remember. I just want to reverse that. That's fine. Button settings, attack, special attack, projectile, jump, Ninpo, wind run, didn't know that, guard, center camera, display map, karma window on and off. Set it. Much. Wait. Yes. I wasn't paying attention to my health, and I wasted our revive. And there's no way to just quit. It's wild. Whatever. My TV volume's a little bit low. Is she speaking Japanese there? There, that's what happened. There we go.
While in a blocking stance, tilt the left stick to roll your body. This is called the reverse wind technique. With it, you can avoid even the most fierce of enemy attacks.
Oh, you needed to... Okay. We needed to get that key. Over and over. Make sure it really worked. Okay, here we go.
I see you have made it this far.
Will this work? Oh, he did a throw on me. Ah. Yes. Okay. But I went to dodge. Went to dodge. Wow. Okay. He doesn't leave himself open for too long. Alright, let's get back there. Kinda wish the save was right before the boss, but it's not terrible, you know? Thought I wanted to avoid wasting that there. Alright. The manual for this game is thick. Well, I meant to slash the thing. Okay, this is one of those games where you don't skip the cutscenes. So get used to watching this guy stand up for a while. Wait, I can... See, when they charge you, I just get so scared. Tell me that I can do this. Okay, there's some... Oh, I wasn't looking at my health. Game over. R. No. I don't choose to abandon the way of the ninja. It might be asking, do you want it to be easy? Are you a ninja dog? Right? Where, though? There's no handles, no lock, no nothing. Oh. Cool. Okay, I wanted to be stupid with this guy and play with him, but he got too many hits on me, and now I feel embarrassed. Armo.
I see you have made
Yeah, I mean, this was a very good-looking Xbox game. Should get Ninja Blade for the 360. Thought I dodged that. Damn. He doesn't fall for that trick too often. Oh. Yes. Good choreography in these cutscenes. Okay, yeah.
Ah, the dragon sword. So your father is still in the sacred wilderness.
Yes. He has entrusted me with the sword while he continues his training. He never seems satisfied with the power he wields.
Someday you will come to understand the pursuit of power. Perhaps beginning with your training here. And what of the sister blade, the Dark Dragon? Has he left you in charge of protecting it as well?
It remains in the village under the protection of my father's clan. They will ensure that the sword remains untouched. Its dark power sealed.
It is a shame that such a sword must go untouched, such power unused. Alas, I am not of the dragon lineage. The sword is not of my concern.
Shouldn't you be running so much faster? You're a ninja.
Master Murai, the Hayabusa village. Mastered you.
Yeah, so Dead or Alive and the reboot and Ninja Gaiden, they're intertwined. Don't quite know the full story. Interested to find out. You're playing the games. Was that the end of chapter 1? Okay. Am I gonna be a ninja dog or slightly better? A head ninja! Okay. Don't know how good that is, but head ninja sounds pretty good. Let me look this up. The village is burning. Before long, Ryu hears the screams of his brethren. I see, so it's based on that karma points symbol. Ninja dog at the bottom, lesser ninja, greater ninja, head ninja, and master ninja. I feel pretty good about head ninja. We gotta run back? I just assumed to be like new level. Also, we killed like all of his ninjas. Was the just the cruel truth of the world being that like, hey, they ain't good enough, that's their fault, you know? I mean, I'd happily save. I don't remember this. Are you to tell me I have to literally, like, just backtrack? Hold on, we have a map. Yeah, there's no, like, zip line. You know? Okay. Not gonna lie, this is kind of stupid. Just plop me into a level. But I mean, take it back to original Xbox, you know. People are trying to make these big, like, worlds. You know what I mean? I guess I'm just assuming I'm to go back to the beginning. We can reload if that's not the case. You know, make a Zelda game, a big, you know, a world you explore and run around. I don't know. Stuff like that. But maybe just the idea of it being level-based would have seemed... I see, this is where we go. Level-based would have seemed old school. Perhaps. Art of the Fire Wheel. Oh, what that does. I got a fire pip on my health bar. Purple health bars are pretty sick. Usually it's like, you know, green, right? Oh, how awesome is that? Oh. Hey, 2 paths. Let's see. Oh, that's strange. That's a little weird. Sure. Okay, a save right there. How am I to cross? Is it just as simple as I am a ninja? That Twitter account that's all about like what's behind waterfalls posted about this game. There is a great spirit elixir behind the waterfall in Ninja Gaiden. Jump up here.
When entering water, continue to hold the left stick. You will run on the surface. You must perfect this skill. If you let go of the left stick, you will fall in the water.
Good to know. New save. Can't imagine this game is very long. Too. We got freaking sorcerers. I knew that was gonna come. I wanted to dodge it. This isn't quite a super animation canceling friendly game. Fallen member of the Hayabusa clan. He took his last breath here, lying amongst the burned remains of his home. He holds something in his outstretched hand. Well, I'm gonna need that. You are unable to drink it in time. Luckily for me, I don't need to do any animations for healing, I just do. In order to widen the crack here, a very strong impact with a heavy blunt object is necessary. Okay, so we need to come back as Rachel. She's the other character you can play as.
A dark samurai clad in black armor. Master, you do not attempt to fight it.
I was wondering when we would get another weapon. Statue of the diligent old man Muramasa, a legendary blacksmith. There are folk tales of people who have approached the statue and walked away with various items and weapons. Awesome. Here. Grease my sword. Okay. You can buy shit from me. Not upset that these things stand out. But I find it funny. It's the corpse of another fallen ninja. What were his last thoughts as he slipped off into the darkness? Come on, I wanted to do the... I want to do that. Was watching the scoring system window. We're going to keep that on. Each encounter... Okay, I understand now. Hayabusa Ninja Village. Alright, we're back here, but that's fine. Okay, the tracking on that. Pretty sick. Interesting. Now let's go get the other elixir over here from this dead guy. Having to load that in is a little wild. Also, we didn't check down here. See, I saw some statues over here. One was missing a head. Not the most important thing right now, but got some life of the gods. Okay. I can't skip the cutscenes here.
A dark samurai clad in black armor, master. You do not attempt to fight it.
We never looked at what that gives. Does it just make you stronger, maybe? Oh, key power, which don't think we've fully utilized yet. Okay. Okay. This might be useful. Let's use the bow for now on the circle button. Bow. They got horses. Whoa! Oh god. I thought it was just gonna be like the... Hold on. No, no, no. Oh, he hit me in the air. Ah. Oh, I just caught that. I was like, oh, my health. I pressed down. Didn't have a thing. Didn't have a thing. You need to beat this level. I am okay with checkpoints like this. I am A-okay. Checkpoints like this. think it's a little bit too easy to complain about stuff like this in a game that is meant to be hard. I feel like, you know, for better or worse, and I do think it is for the better, although some people can make it look like it's for the worse. They talk about games that you know, the Souls lineage of video games has taught people to be like, actually, you know what? It's fine that a game is hard. It's okay just to be like, yeah, this game's too hard for me. And before that, it was like this. You know what I mean? It was literally like this game and Ninja Gaiden 2 for the 360. You're like, yeah, no, sorry, the game's too hard for you. Sorry, it's not easy. And now people being dicks about that stuff, for sure, right? There's also just a general sense of like, hey, you know, this is a very challenging game that is meant to be challenging for people who want a real challenge, and not every game needs to be like this or the opposite either. You know what I mean? So when people talk about one of the many, like, I don't want to say the discourses on the internet about like Elden Ring, Dark Souls, Bloodborne, etc., is like about accessibility, and people often hijack that conversation about making it easier. And I do think there are ways to make the game more accessible that aren't making it necessarily easier. But I think there's also ways to make it easier that aren't ruining the challenge of those games. A lot of it's just, you know, slowing the game speed down, simply. Extending, you know, parry reaction time, stuff like that, you know, whatever. But I also kind of think, you know, and I get it, there's physical disabilities that prevent people from having the visual, auditorial capabilities of a quote-unquote normal person, and, you know, hand functions being what they are, and how complex these controllers are. I get it, 100%. I do also think, you know, hey, not every video game needs to be able to be played and completed by every single person. It kind of comes in conflict with that, you know, disabilities talk. Because I think a lot of that comes down to what we've seen the past 10 years or so, starting with like Xbox, more specifically, but controllers. You know, if you're willing to put in the time to set up a controller that fits, you know, your physical disabilities, and a lot of the visual and audio accessibility stuff, I don't see a reason why companies wouldn't do that. I don't see how, like, Blueprints is the biggest example of an excuse you could give as to why there might not be colorblind options in it, because color plays so much. Fuck, I died. Color plays so much subtle. Very subtle in some instances early on when you don't know what to look for. Blueprints is a puzzle game. It's my game of the year from last year, 2025. And color plays, I'm not abandoning the way of the ninja. Color plays a key role in so many of how the game's overt puzzles are, subtle puzzles are, meta puzzles are, and the color of a thing you're looking at in the environment might matter, might not. And how do you keep that mystery, that subtlety, without making the game easier? Kind of wish I had that earlier. And they rolled out some big update patch, you know, that added in a bunch of ways in which it sounds like they managed to get, you know, it accessible without quote unquote ruining the game and making it easier, right? And with a combat game, whether it's a fast-paced one like this or a slower-paced one like Dark Souls, because there is just as much depth in your mastery of the mechanics in this as there is in Dark Souls. Dark Souls is just easier to make yourself look really good doing it. which is why that genre was the one that ended up being accepted as the you can just get good by a more mainstream audience versus this. There are ways to make this game more accessible without making it trivial. But at the end of the day, I also think that, like, hey, if like you are playing this game, assuming you didn't just blindly buy it, because, you know, hey, Ninja Gaiden NES game, right? It's a good one. I wouldn't say it's amazing, but it's a good one. It's a good one of those action platformers. You know, you bought an Xbox, you're so excited, and oh fuck, it's hard. Like, maybe you don't know, and the brand name, I get it, IP. But really, like, especially now, like, you know that if you're buying this game to play it or its sequels, you know that they're really hard. You know what I mean? And that's part of the appeal. Not every game is for everyone. Not every game needs to be for everyone. I think more specifically. Ultimately, the friction of wanting a thing and that thing being hard to obtain makes the thing better in the end for you who obtains it. You know, if you struggle with games like this, as clearly I am to a degree, although under these lights, excuse time, I'm under these lights. I don't have the fan on because it's in the bedroom. This hat's kind of warm, and I have to talk. I can focus a lot better when I'm not talking. I don't even know why I was talking about Dark Souls and Blueprints, but, you know. I thought that the Magic Boy was going to spawn over where I'm standing now, and that's why I went to go jump in this direction. Oh, come on. I didn't have the right angle. Alright. Alright, time to fight some horses. If the smoke bombs help. Oh, I thought I had timed that well. Oh. Okay, you can buy arrows. And smoke bombs. Wooden sword. We can upgrade this. I didn't know if this was like the item you use to purposely hinder your ability to do normal damage, do less damage as a challenge. I think of like Kingdom Hearts 2 Final Mix Plus critical mode gives you an ability, an optional ability to turn off the ability to gain experience points, so you can play that game on the hardest difficulty at level 1, should you so choose. Not a really good cemetery. Everyone's so close. Unless it's just markers and people's bodies aren't actually buried here. You know what I mean? I saw another one of those at the end of the village. I suspect this to be a warp point. Oh, I just noticed some screen tearing. It's probably pretty evident in the video itself. Oh yeah, this game's doing it a lot more than I'm noticing it. It's screen tearing to maintain its frame rate that it so desperately wants to have, which is, hey, I'd rather have that than it not. I know some people aren't like that, but on a horse, I don't care that you're on fire. It's the fact that you have a horse. Oh, I didn't have... I've been using smoke bombs instead of the ninja stars. Ugh. I think they are just constantly spawning in two dudes until this boss fight is over. Right, is that health? No, there's no more dudes. Yeah. There we go. There we go. Cool. I was waiting for... I guess I was expecting the ability to, punish. Block punish. Punish via block. See how much longer this level is. That might be the halfway point because that was a boss. A lot of health though. Oh. Like, what, the house breathe fire at me and kill me? I don't... The logo on my hat was centered. I was trying to practice what a counter attack might be. Oh! I hit the "Do you wish to abandon the way of the ninja?" Gladys says, "Are you sure?" Yeah, fuck no. Fucking ninja. Failing ninja, but I'm a ninja nonetheless. Will never abandon the way of the ninja. Actually, we should see what it's like, though. I'm assuming it's like, hey, the game's really easy now. Oh, so when do I get the cool outfit? So this isn't very good. The fact that, like, your interact button is sword swing. And the fact that the save station, as I call them, a Metroid fan growing up, the save point is like operable during combat is weird. I mean, they don't arena you in for this fight. It's meant to be a smaller fight. I just have, like, no health. No, I don't have no health. Yes. Cool. Blue orbs are health, I have learned. I don't want to waste this right now, but we might soon. I don't know, something about like these super strong ninjas need to obey the rules of door and lock is just I'm sorry, what am I doing? Why did I enter here? I guess I didn't need to. Weird. I mean, I guess I could save again, but that's... Oh. I can't see. Ah! Okay. Seven of those are needed to increase the health. So that one health thingy that we found was exception. Here we go. There was supposed to lose this fight, but I get the impression you could have actually beaten him, and therefore would have gotten a lot more points. Being like reborn. Power of the. Crazy how some animals have like clear eyelids. A good amount of karma. Master Ninja. I mean, and I wasn't even doing good. As Master Ninja. I feel like that's a good way to end this episode. This video. I keep calling them episodes, but you know what they are. Hey, maybe Ninja Gaiden Sigma 2 returns, and for one of these summer PS3 things. It wasn't part of my plan, but you know, maybe we'll see. We'll see. Thank you guys for watching. Hey, if you did enjoy this, there's a like button. Yeah, you know that. There's a subscribe button as well. I would really appreciate it if you pressed that. Whether it's like with your finger, with a mouse. You know, try that out. Let me know if you're a Master Ninja as well. You probably are if you're watching this. No, but all seriousness, thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate it. I'll catch you guys next week for... Ooh, just looked over at the pile. The stack of games here for a notorious and infamously bad to mediocre PlayStation 3 game by Sony, no less. See you next time.